Hi there, you guys. Hey, welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to put a grid on top of your self-portrait. The first thing that you'll want to do inside of Canvas, you'll notice that there are step-by-step instructions, so it'll help you along. Inside Canvas, I've got this self-portrait. This is the first self-portrait that was ever taken with a camera. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the grid on top of it. The first thing that I'm going to need to do after I've taken my self-portrait is go to photopea.com, and that's PHOTOPEA.com. And so once I've opened up PhotoPea, I'm then going to need to open up the grid file. Now that grid is located in Canvas. You'll see number 2 here. It says onegrid.psd. So I'm going to double click on that. It's going to save it to my computer. And then once I open up PhotoPea, I'm going to go File, Open, and I'm going to open that grid. And there we go. Next thing we'll do is we're going to open the self-portrait file. So I'm going to go File, Open again. And this time, there we go. There's the selfie. And then I'm going to select all. Select all is Control A. So on your keyboard in the bottom left corner, you'll see the Control key. Hold down Control, hit A for all, and you'll notice that the selected dashed line appears around the perimeter. The next thing I need to do is to copy it. So I'm going to hit Control C for copy. And then if you look up at the top here, there are 2 tabs. The first tab is the grid, and then 17.psd, that's the selfie that we're looking at right now. So I need to click on the grid tab. And next I'm going to paste the selfie there. So I hit Control V. Okay, Control V is paste. And for some of you, you're going to need to zoom out. So I'm going to hit Control minus minus. Okay, and once I'm zoomed out, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to resize this self-portrait so that it fits within the grid a little bit better. So I'm going to go Edit. I'm going to go down to Free Transform. And when I do that, you'll notice that these little handles appear. So when I grab the handle, it's going to make it smaller or larger. Okay, so I can resize it. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see that a little bit more closely. Um, and so to resize it, when you grab the corner, if you don't hold down the shift key, what'll happen is you're going to make it extremely skinny or fat or short or tall or whatever. And so what you'll want to do is you want to hold down the corner handle and the shift key at the same time. And then when you resize it, it will scale proportionately. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to position this in here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So I Control minus minus. And then I can also tilt the image. So the way this works, when I grab the corner, I get that icon. But if I just go outside of that edge, another icon will appear, and I can then tilt the eyes. I want the eyes to be lined up on a horizontal. And so I do that. Maybe I'll make the image just a little bit larger here. It'll be easier to draw. And then I kind of center like that. The last step is to hit the Enter key. And then we're going to go under Image, and I go Adjustments, and I'm going to turn this black and white. And so you'll see the black and white option. Okay, and so for those of you who have a colored photograph, obviously it's going to just turn it black and white, which will make it easier when you're trying to determine the values. Okay, squinting your eyes, looking for where the lightest areas and the darkest areas are within your photograph. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to need to take these 3 layers. So if you look over here, this is called the layers palette. I've got a grid layer. We've got the selfie portrait there, and then we've got the background layer. And when I go to layer and flatten image, okay, it's at the very bottom, flatten image, it'll turn it into 1 layer. And once it's 1 layer, I can then go to File, and I go Export, and I export it as a JPEG. Okay, so hit that, and you don't really have to worry about anything that's within this menu. You just hit Save. It will go either to your Google Drive, or it's going to save to your desktop, or maybe in Downloads. So wherever it is that you commonly find the files you download off the internet, that's probably where it's going to go. And in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. Now, if you go back to Canvas, you'll see the step-by-step process for doing this exact thing that I showed in the video, but I hope that helps. Anyhow, it was nice of you guys to join me. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.